Hornets within 8. How about another stop? And Williams called for pushing Batase. And Grant's miming that Batase's an actor. Uh-oh, and Grant Williams got a technical. Now, so Caldwell Pope will shoot the technical free throw. Caldwell Pope broke the tie with Trey Mann for most free throws made this year without a miss. He's 18 for 18. I wonder if he knows it. Oh, yeah. For those of you folks out there in Chilliwack, all-time record for most consecutive made free throws to begin a season.
Khalil Ware was trying to check into the game to defend the inbounds pass. Now Cunningham, nobody's guarding him. In it comes, Duran dunks it! Oh my! Unbelievable! In 0.7 of a second, they tie the game at 121. The Pistons are walking off the court. Who called timeout?
Oh, no. The referee is saying that Coach Spo has called a timeout, and that's a technical foul as the Heat are out of timeouts.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy is right.
Incredible execution by the Pistons.
No. That's
to get an uncontested dunk for Duran with 1.8 seconds left. Jalen Rose and the rest of us.
Beasley setting it on, and Terry Rozier staying with his man, and that allows Duran to catch and finish. And Spo, even a veteran coach like Spo, in his 17th season, lost track of how many timeouts he had, called the timeout. The officials immediately hit him with a technical since the Heat have no more timeouts. And that's what triggers the free throws right there to help the Pistons wrap it up.
And Reed comes out of there with it. 18-point advantage. Edwards, no good on the three, tipped in by Randall. And Edwards is going to pick up the technical foul. Barkin and John Butler felt he was fouled on the three-point attempt. Edwards with 26 points. Matched with Naz Reid for a team high.
Abdia hitting the arm of Anthony Edwards as he shot the basketball.
That's what Ant said to John Butler, although a little more colorful.
7 guys in double figures scoring for the Bronx Trailblazers.
They went into a zone. This is a matchup that does not help the Pacers. They went into a zone. And if you've got Wagner down there with Shepard, you've got to go force the ball out of his hand. You got to look going back and forth here. Chirping.
Franz Wagner will be at the free throw line when we come back. 55-53 Indiana. We saw a lot of players and coaches down in the end zone prior to the timeout. Here's a look.
Yeah, they get Siakam and Batase for a double technical. A lot of energy going in the game. Batase's always... I got to tell you, I'm not sure what that symbolized that Siakam was doing, but it seemed like a...
38-37 Brooklyn. Short pop, no, for Brown. Claxton and Keita get into it. And a foul is called. It's going to be Keita. And that's number 3, and Claxton needs a moment. So Cornette will take off the warm-up. Technical foul has been called as well on Boston. Jaylen Brown continued to talk, and the young official J.D. Rawls is walking away. Brown is following him. Brett Barnagy gets in between.
So first take a look at Claxton grabbing the rebound. Keita over the top, wrestling for it. Keita called for the foul. And watch Jaylen Brown. This is what he's talking. And have a discussion, dialogue. Let's see at the end of this.
point game in the last 5 contests. 34 tonight. Williams steps through, missed the bank shot. Hart saves it. Here comes Hart. Knicks look for the lead, and Hart puts him in front.
All right, here they go. What you gonna do? They call a foul? It's so loud in here, Adam, you can't hear.
May have called a technical here, I'm not sure. You really could not hear anything when the crowd erupted. It might be a delay of game. It's on Billy Donovan.
Well, Billy's probably frustrated with the non-foul calls on this end.
Yeah, I can assure you that that's his complaint right now.
But, you know, officials are going to kind of reward the teams that have a reputation for defense. They're going to reward the guys who are getting after you. You were playing like this in the first quarter, and you're playing like this in the fourth quarter. They just assume that's the way you play.
This is it.
The Bulls just have to play stronger through the ball.
Yep.
And move it. Don't try to drive it between 3 guys.
This is a 30-6 run by the Knicks.
Largest deficit has been 18. Two-man game. PC finding Giannis. Looking for him. Gets thrown down.
Guess who?
These two have a history. Isaiah Stewart and Giannis on this very floor, as a matter of fact.
He just grabs the jersey, snatches him down. Not a basketball player at all. Excessive, I would think. Flagrant 2 might be warranted on a play like that.
Remember, he was 2 years ago even, he had that 2-game suspension from the league with the altercation with LeBron.
Yeah, what's the yank down? Aggressive yank down while he's airborne.
The previous foul on Stewart is under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
No, without question, it's a flagrant. I think it's...
I talked about the... Well, Mitchell Irvin wasn't the one to make that call, but yeah, he was officiating that night.
He was around, so he remembers all the shenanigans going on between these two last year. I mean, as hard as Giannis fell to the floor, I would think would have to factor into the decision of the official. I mean, he gets yanked out of that.
You have to. I mean, a flagrant 2 is unnecessary and excessive, which
that's close.
That's unnecessary and excessive to me.
You know, if there ever was a definition, an example of that definition, it's one thing to grab a guy's jersey to keep him from elevating, but to throw him down after he's airborne, get him out of here. We'll enjoy a nice bowl of beef stew. Especially Giannis' status in this game. I mean, that's dangerous. As evidenced by how hard he fell to the floor.
I would be disappointed if it wasn't enough, too.
One thing to wrap a guy up, but just to yank him down to the floor.
After review, the defensive foul on Stewart with the unnecessary and excessive pull to the jersey on Giannis with potential for injury to an airborne player. Therefore, the penalty has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 2. Isaiah Stewart is ejected. Giannis will shoot 2 free throws and he walked away and bound the ball with 24 on the shot clock. Thank you.
Well, so long, Isaiah Stewart, for the rest of the night. And that's the right call.
It is.
might be a double tech.
Andre Jackson Jr. and watching the ball, I wasn't paying attention to what was going on in front of that Piston bench, but you see J.B. Bickerstaff irate. Here they go. Here's a little bit of a push right there. Here's a push back. Andres was a little more aggressive, but
Mitchell Irvin getting right in it too. Yeah, so a double tech on Cunningham and Ajax. And Irvin is just trying to get the Pistons to go back. He's talking to Luke Walton, it looks like. Here, but you know, you
probably got some history when Luke was a head coach with the Lakers and the Kings.
That's right.
But Doc talked to Ajax. It reminds me of that Mike Tomlin, coach of the Steelers, talking to one of his guys when he made a
check by Randall on the switch, step back, a deep one. Clinging after the rebound, trying to keep it alive, bends down to get it, ties up McDaniels, and those two are going to jump it again.
It's a good job.
Oh, you just love the tenacity, the heart, the hustle, the passion.
Yeah.
It is infectious.
Well, the crazy thing is, before the shot even went up, Donovan was open on the roll. They just missed him. But he saw he had the inside position, and so he kept it. All right, check it out. Everything's safe. Everything cool to get up now?
1st and 10, baby. We're going the other way.
Yes, sir. And now with the height advantage here on the jump ball, he's going to look and see who he wants to get this to. Look for the spot where there's two Blazers side by side, and right now they have that with Tumani and Shaden. Oh, Edwards pushing Delano.
Oh,
they got to call the first one on Edwards.
Delano. Need a step away. Need a step away.
Delano's upset because he got pushed first.
Big Phil and Todd come in to take some of the pressure off. Double technical. Probably the right way to handle that. We play on.
I don't agree with that.
Well,
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you can go take a look at this real quick.
Yeah, but you can't hit it. You can't hit them back. And to me, it's an easy solution here for the officials to keep play going. This actually works to the advantage of the Blazers, I think, Mark. Keep it rolling. Keep the play going. Ball tipped is grabbed by Alec.
This year now in his 6th season out of Minnesota. He only had 7 points the other night. Prior to that, he had been in double figures in 4 or 5 and averaging 13 per, but just 7 against Houston on Wednesday. We got a blocking call, a foul, and a turnover on the Rockets. The first personal on that big guy right there, Steven Adams.
Yeah, Steven leaned just a little bit. We'll see this. That little lean, that's where the call is, and it's rare that Steven gets blown for an offensive foul. Coach Udoka did not like it.
And he got teed up. He may not shy about picking up technical fouls, as we obviously witnessed a season ago.
I'll tell you from a player's standpoint, when you see your coach willing to go to war for you, see Jalen Green watching, and you say, man, I want to play hard for Coach Udoka. I'm not saying it's a silly
technical screen for Franz. He'll use it. Now give it to Suggs, a three-point shot. Way off. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Suggs. Three on Jay. Oubre, the offended player. Hit on the head, apparently.
Well, they're going to look at it, see if it was excessive.
Here's another look.
There's nothing excessive about that.
Plays under review for potential flagrant foul.
In his arm. Elbow. Nick Booker.
After review, the call stands as an offensive foul. There is not an upgrade to a flagrant foul as the contact is to the face. Offensive foul.
No flagrant offensive foul.
Watch Kelly Oubre's head right here.
Down he goes. Now a technical foul.
Paulo Banchero.
Way to get in the box score, young fella. Oh, boy. That young man cares. He had too much to say, apparently, to the official. His teammates getting a kick out of it. Think he's going to hear about this.
Track their defensive efforts, and you wonder why they're a much more competitive team. You just always point to that, and James able to finally get one up and in.
It's his first 2-point shot of the night. And now Derek Jones Jr. and Dylan Brooks getting tangled up. Was I going to say Kevin Porter Jr., beg your pardon?
No, get a little feisty. We might need that. I mean, we might need somebody. See, the next thing for this Clippers team is self-policing, okay? Someone or somebody, when things are not going right, outside of the coaching staff, someone that's wearing that uniform needs to be a voice that steps up, steps in, and kind of galvanizes their teammates. And I think right now we're still kind of searching for that. But the really good teams, Brian, they have that.
I'm not sure what Dylan Brooks did there, but he is one of them.
We have a double technical foul. Technical foul on Brooks for the forearm to the chest after the dead ball, and then a technical foul on Jones for pushing him in the chest. So we have offsetting technical fouls. It'll be Houston ball on the baseline.
And Derek Jones Jr. get penalized, too, for pushing back on a play, to me, that when you're airborne and you get hit like that, that's when all bets are off.
Right.
All bets are off.
It was...
Brunson seeing the double teams now.
Brunson puts up a 3. Here's Simmons back the other way for the Nets.
Good transition D by the Knicks. Ooh.
Schroeder driving, no good.
Creativity by Schroeder, but he can't get on the books.
Hart saw Bridges cutting. Brunson into the paint, back out. Bridges from 3.
Two-man game.
Technical foul, Jalen Brunson.
Brunson thought he was fouled on the last jumper. Watch Bridges, the creativity by Brunson. And this is the play Brunson thought he was fouled on. And he was. Look at that, right on his elbow.
He did have a point. Let the officials know. And Brunson teed up.
Nets have not missed a free throw tonight. So they're perfect from the free throw line.
11-4.
Schroeder has been silent tonight.
There's Williams, and that's knocked away from behind by Dottier.
Mentioned interior defense now. Impregnable interior D by the Knicks. Swarming to the ball. And the Knicks are the 30 teams. They're only like 28th in block shots. Doing a good job there.
Payne finds Huck Porty. Here's Dottier. He draws a foul, then Hart right in the middle of things.
That should be a technical, a volleyball swat by the Nets.
Wilson committed the personal. And then the technical as just after the foul was called, the ball swatted by Williams and just missed the head of Josh Hart.
A little frustration by Williams. And Payne looking to take him out of his pain.
Misses the free throw.
And the layup. Williams, former lottery pick, 10th pick overall, coming out of Stanford, was drafted by the Grizzlies. Had a good game the last game for the Nets. Career season high 23 points.
Started that game. 14 seconds on the 24-second shot clock.
Looking for Thomas.
And now Finney-Smith and Anunoby. Anunoby hit the floor. Here come the Nets coaches and some of the Knicks coaches off the bench as well. That took place just in front of us, Clyde.
Yeah, Finney Smith kind of flagrantly blocking OG, and he did not like it.
Fans checking out the replay.
Now we'll check it out. It was right there. You just saw the end of it. Finney Smith was waiting for him to retaliate. See right there? Oh, look at that. That should be a flagrant 2. Yeah, I think he's going to get thrown out, folks.
The first foul is a defensive foul against Anunoby. This play is now in the review
Watch
for
the
the action that
pugnacity
happened.
there from Finney Smith. Yeah, I think he'll get a flagrant 2. OG might get a flagrant 1. What?
The original foul was on Anunoby, defensive foul. He does not agree with the call.
So Finney Smith, then that takes the pressure off of him. It's like OG initiated the contact.
Finney Smith, a teammate of Jalen Brunson with the Mavericks.
Yeah, Finney Smith, undrafted out of college, but came on strong to make a name for himself as a good role player. Well, bragging rights at stake. These teams don't like each other. So temper flared right there between those two. OG, normally a mild-mannered man. We haven't seen him lose his composure as a Knick.
After review, there's a double technical foul on number 28 from Brooklyn and number 8 from New York. Original play was a defensive foul. After review, ball will now be inbounded by Brooklyn on the sideline.
So the original foul was charged to Anunoby, and then a double technical foul. What do you think, Clyde?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Since OG was the culprit to start with, the retaliation by Finney Smith.
In the Western Conference, I think all season, depth a big factor, but they've gotten their defensive swagger back.
No question about it, as well as his foul. And a technical foul has been called. Personal foul and a technical. I believe the technical is on Draymond Green. I think that would be a pretty good guess. So Moody with the personal foul. And they'll shoot the technical first. Bain with that. Yes, Draymond Green officially now with the technical foul, explaining to Brian Forte. Forte isn't the one that called the technical.
We know Draymond's going to get his share throughout the season, but you don't like getting one this late in the game when you game 3. And it just creates a certain type of joy when you play together and this many guys get an opportunity.
Jaren Jackson, a great block on the initial shot. The foul's called against Williams. And another technical foul. Yeah, the foul's on Vince Williams. Jackson had a clean block. I think think that technical was on Steve Kerr. Perhaps. He seems annoyed, so
Yeah,
he's a good candidate for it.
I would assume so.
He just apologized for his language to the woman sitting right by the Warrior bench. Now that's a nice man to do that. Was it on green?
It's like it. He's headed toward the tunnel.
Yeah.
It looked like it was on Steve Kerr. We really didn't get a good, clear announcement on that tech, but it looks like Draymond Green.
Automatic ejection, 2 technicals on Draymond Green. My mistake. I apologize to Steve Kerr for accusing him of. And that's the stuff, again, it doesn't matter in a game like this, but he's got to stay away from that. He's got to stay on the court.
Again, just particularly because the game's in hand. You know, minute 14, you're out of here with another win, 10-2. You got the first one. I'm not sure, obviously, what was said on the second one.
Jackson Davis.
Guys, a little extra rest before the end of the quarter. Reeves goes all the way, bodies up well. He got fouled. He did, and he didn't get the call. And Redick is this close to getting a technical. In fact, he did.
Yeah, he got fouled.
Yeah, he went, and JJ went past the midcourt line, and that was an obvious technical waiting to happen after an obvious foul that wasn't called.
Just from this angle, it really looked like he got hit on the arm.
Let's see. Well, it was the initial touch, maybe?
There. Either way, it was a technical foul.
Maybe it was from this angle again, as you say.
Yeah.
JJ's angle was
the same as ours.
Our angle.
There's a hand check there.
But that can... And
there's a bump.
And it looked like he might have touched the elbow there.
Like
yeah.
But that's marginal contact.
Oh. Get used to it, folks.
Edwards. Bulls on a big run here, 25-13. And Ray Acosta is going to call a technical foul on Anthony Edwards, who thought he was fouled.
Well, let's see if he was or not. He grabbed his right arm. I can see why Ant kind of pushed off initially, but then Grayson Allen grabbed his arm, and Ant had a problem with that.
Just when we were talking about him being better with officials, but he was held. Booker, poked away from behind. Conley made it happen. Alexander Walker. Are we calling a goaltend? Yes. Score the basket and a technical foul for hanging on the rim.
Poke away by Mike. So good with his hands. The Keel trying to keep the defense behind him. Booker grabs the net that time.
Booker hung on the net.
Mike Conley's going to shoot a free throw here, too.
And this would tie it up. So a goaltend on Booker. He hung on the net. And then Conley is an 89% free throw shooter. Couldn't tie this ball game up. It would have been the first time.
3:23 left here in the first half. Duncan Robinson. Oh, in trouble. Siakam poked it away and finishes.
Oh, he used the Euro step there. Boy, what a different game he is having here. Pascal Siakam.
A technical foul has been assessed to Miami's Duncan Robinson in the backcourt.
Yeah, frustration boiling over there on the turnover for Duncan, but Siakam had 14 points on 6 of 14 shooting in the previous game, and already he's got 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting.
Against the Warriors on Friday night. Zlatko Cancar
into the game. Strother drives. Edie, the rejection. Loose ball, Chanchar, and shot clock violation. And Edie, Brevin, he comes in and he immediately makes an impact. That's 2 blocks. And technical foul on DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan saying it's Vince Williams' fault. And we're going to have a review.
Oh, we're going to the review early.
We're going to review early. I don't know who's in the replay center tonight.
Yeah, who's having oven-baked chicken wings tonight?
Courtney Kirkland, Danica Mosher, Gadamonis Petrides, and Tom Washington. All right, Mitchell Irvin, what do you got?
The previous plays under review for potential altercation.
I was thinking hostile act. Hostile act, altercation, kind of the same thing.
To be honest with you, partner, neither one of them happened. There wasn't a hostile act. There wasn't an altercation.
So George Barkin and Vince Williams said, just stay away from my guy.
I don't know where the...
Well, DeAndre Jordan shouldn't be touching the ball coming through the rim anyway.
So, but the thing is, like, so he called the tech just on DeAndre Jordan.
Right.
That's what the tech was called. There's nothing else that happened that would say that there should be a different call than what you made. There was no hostile act. There was no altercation.
No.
There was just whatever what was said that forced the official to feel like a technical was warranted.
Vince can be kind of an instigator, but there he appeared to be a peacemaker.
The talk was just between Santi and DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
Vince Williams Jr. really had nothing to do with it. And DeAndre Jordan's, his barking, his argument was that whatever Santi was saying is what prompted him to say whatever he said, because there were no hands, nothing happened in that fashion. You'll see here, there'll be a shot clock violation. Santi will grab the basketball right here. And then those two have their words.
Mitchell Irvin, what do you got?
After review of the shot clock violation, DeAndre Jordan makes a taunting contact with the player for Memphis. Therefore, it'll be an unsportsmanlike technical foul. It will be Memphis ball. There's the one technical foul. Side out, 24 seconds on the shot clock. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
There was no altercation.
Yeah, nothing happened.
No.
Like, so whatever words were said that deemed that you called a tech, that's all that could have happened in that instance.
Free throw.
Hey, listen, if they would have came back and said, no, we rescind the tech because nothing really happened, no, I would have sat over and said, all right, that's fine too, because nothing happened.
That attached fouls as Jalen Duren has the 2 early ones. Tobias Harris, a little one-on-one basketball, backs down Brunson.
It was predictable for me that when Tobias Harris had another chance, he was going to quickly atone for that air ball he shot the last time down.
Yeah, how about this? We got a little extracurriculars taking place at mid-court between Ron Holland and Koulibaly. So it looked like there was a little chirping going on. Let's take a look here.
Holland's right there.
Talking. And they are going to, let's see, are they issuing a technical foul? They are going to give a technical foul on Ron Holland. So Koulibaly is going to get a chance to go to the line. So I might have used one of those magic words, but we've seen Ron Holland obviously play with great tenacity, but he has been able to keep his composure. Again, just 19 years old. Koulibaly only 20 years old. A couple of young foundational pieces for both franchises. Sometimes that can be good, you know. You get in there, you get up.
Williams between the legs with the dribble. The diagonal pass to Idle for 3. Rims out.
You got to match up quickly.
Jalen Green accelerates. Another wild shot doesn't go. And we've got a technical foul.
It's going to be on Patrick Williams, and he hardly ever talks. He thought he got fouled on 2 drives to the basket, especially the one on Sengun. I definitely would have said he got fouled on that.
Dylan Brooks at the line for the technical free throw.
Playground justice. Watch the drive right here. There's a foul right there. There's another foul. The push. No call. But the one where Sangoon got him, that was definitely a foul.
Okay, first time in 4 years, man.
It's down by 3.
You're playing with a big guy like that. He's going to help you. He's going to come back, do something for you on the defensive end.
Miller hits a three. Here's Jerome. They'll look to penetrate again. He'll throw it high off the window as Ty Jerome. And we have some extracurriculars afterwards. That foul's going to be on Miller, who went slamming in to Ty Jerome. Jerome, I started to say, now has 15 points. Watch this after the play. Jerome laid it in, and Miller came in and gave him a shot. Right there it is, and that will cost you a technical. Mr. Miller, as Garland stands by his lonesome, and does the honors to give the Cavaliers this 12-point lead.
Ty made a nice move. They couldn't stop him. He just went around the defender who was on his hip and gets a little forearm shiver there. It's a friendly reminder that they're not happy with him.
I'm sorry, I just saw Maxie tell the refs that was crazy.
Well, that was definitely a travel. He went out on Route 66 with that one. Inside, Gafford. It falls home.
There's a tech on the Mavs bench.
I'm not sure on who.
Sorry, Keith.
It kind of was like one of those things where the entire offensive line jumps, and it's false start on everybody.
Markieff Morris is what was announced in the arena. Yeah, Markieff
So it
Morris.
was.
Yeah.
He had enough. He's going to get his.
Yeah, he had.
He's going to get his money's worth. Yeah, he had to do that.
He's tired of the nonsense.
Right.
Tired of all the malarkey.
Well, I would concur that it was a few plays.
And also a season high and a half in steals. They had 8 steals in that first half.
Speaking of which, Chris Dunn, the master.
That's what he does.
Yep, we saw him do a lot of that in Utah.
Shot clock under 10. A couple little nice soft touch bounces, and Filipowski threw his hands out looking for a foul.
And Burrow's getting technical.
You know what? He's always said, look, I'll protect my players at any cost. And he wanted to foul. Flip saw it too, felt it as well.
Yeah, he did. And Flip does a good job of going right at the body. You see that left arm wrap around. I think he got him with the right hand as well.
Harden hits a technical free throw. See, I have no problem with that, man. This is a young coach. Far right, picked up by Marketing. Lowry, quick hit three, short. Clarkson runs it down. Rebound, second chance. Jazz reset the shot clock to 14. Clarkson, Eubanks. Inside, flies it over the top of the rim. Rebound, quickly, outlet, the Euro step, left hand, caught the rim and in. And you got the foul, the whistle down on the baseline. Looks like Amir Coffey caught the chin, little chin music with Keontae. Oh, it's Bombo.
Bombo's shoulder on the contest. Technical foul assessed to
Collier. Yeah, Isaiah Collier. And a handshake from Will. You know, again, coach and players protecting players.
Well, they both have one each, so.
Chicago leads it, 1:12 to play in the first. Screen by Stu for Jaden. Jaden spins, drops it for Stu. Money on the shot clock. And Isaiah Stewart and one of the Bulls into it.
Okay, you got a switch right here, and Dalen Terry is on Isaiah Stewart, giving up lots of strength. And you see the battle between them and all the hacking and then the rest.
Yeah, Terry 6'7", only 210.
We're going to replay for a hostile act.
Call the foul on Terry. They'll review what happened after that. Looking for a hostile act. The officials are Curtis Blair, Justin Van Dyne, and Matt Boland. All veterans.
They get locked up, entangled, and now no one wants to let go. And Terry, I would think, probably didn't really want a piece of Isaiah Stewart, but, you know, make it look good in a basketball scrimmage, George. Teammates are holding you back.
He was happy to be pulled away, I would bet. There are the combatants. The Pistons, Isaiah Stewart, and the Bulls, Dalen Terry. Stu continues to do his job, shooting 64% in his last 6 games. About a block and a half, 10 points, 7.5 boards, and setting mean screens. I think Curtis Blair is the lead official, and he continues to look at the tape. And key members of the score crew, Lamont Simpson, in front of him there. Well, there's no animosity between J.B. Bickerstaff and Billy Donovan.
We have a double technical foul on Stewart and 25 on Chicago. The ball will be out of bounds, side out Detroit.
It shows you haven't made much of an impact yet.
I know, 25 on Chicago.
And, yeah, 25 Chicago.
Drew Smith. Chip. You gotta love that. He blew past Kelly Oubre Jr. and Juice Smith having one of his fine moments early in his NBA career. 10 points in 19 great minutes off the bench. Welcome back with tonight's fourth quarter. Smith and Alec Burks were really good off the bench in this game. Now, as they went to the huddle, Tyler Hero is hit with a technical foul, and Kelly Oubre Jr. hits that technical free throw.
Yeah, was a little upset there at the officials. Felt like he didn't get a call on a drive earlier. This was where he wanted the contact right there. Paul George just knocking it right in the arm. Tyler, like Jimmy Butler, honestly,
the locker room, which you don't see very often for Brook. With the medical team following him.
Tough break because he was playing well tonight.
He was a leading scorer here for the Bucks. 13 points. 5 rebounds, 3 blocks already.
Yep.
And a technical foul after the personal foul. The personal foul to Gary Trent Jr., his second, but there was a technical foul called after that.
Is there a bit of a scrum between some players, or I'm not sure what that tech was all about.
Technical foul on Bobby Portis, it looks like.
Ah, okay. Bobby's still talking. Let's take a look at Bobby Porter against Alpi Şengün. Forearm shiver, elbow from Şengün. So these two are battling. Yeah, they're both are giving it up.
These guys have been busting it over the past week, and it's just a difficult schedule that they're going through.
He got away with it. That's amazing. Tyler Ford, I don't know what he's looking at. Dude skipped right in front of him, and he didn't call the travel. Unreal.
Done with 3 here at Footprint Center.
It's travel. He catches the ball, and watch what happens. He hops. He didn't hop into a jumper. He hopped sideways, and Tyler Ford wants to throw out techs. He should get a tech. He's standing right there, and he sees the travel. Now, Julius Randle, yesterday it came out on the report, he traveled before, okay? Jason Tatum travels on the jumper. I mean, traveling is the end thing now with officials. They just can't see it.
Well, Cole Anthony missed the free throw.
Yeah, but still. But he made 3 points.
Yeah. And going back to that last 2-minute report after the game against Minnesota, saying that Julius Randle traveled.
Lane with 21 points here in this one tonight.
Fox turned the corner again. Went after his own miss. And here's Young into the front court. Fox and Hunter behind the action. Hunter wide open. That's the wrong guy right now. And he laces another 3. De'Aaron Fox is going to get hit with a technical foul.
Not happy because he feels like he's been getting a ton of contact going to the basket. And you look at it, De'Aaron Fox has only attempted 4 free throws tonight in this game. And you can't say it's a lap for being aggressive.
De'Aaron Fox is hotter than July right now. His temper is boiling over. You know what he said.